I'd like to talk about a channel that I've been watching for about 7 months now. I think it demonstrates how some channels evolve and change with growth. The channel is Life Redesigned. I first heard of them during the Nomad Internet Awakening. You know, when everybody suddenly realized they were promoting a scam and they were really sad because their cash cow was taken away. Well, they made a video calling out the bigger channels that pushed said service.
The thumbnails are amazing because the thumbnails are all of people crying at the end of their videos. They're all sad and everything else. But the reality was, just a couple of months ago, these people were hawking all this equipment to you and all this Nomad promises. And now they're sad because they're getting caught and they're getting exposed. Not by my small channel, but they're getting exposed because the Nomad CEO had a...
Now, they did actually 3 videos in a row about internet. It wasn't all about that. They started with internet, something talking about internet. And those videos gained some traction, and so YouTube pushed them, at least my way anyway. And that's pretty much how I found them. Now, the channel it's Bob and Carrie, a couple that became empty nesters, sold their house, and hit the road. We have raspy voice Bob. He did most of the talking while swaying and some hand gestures. This annoyed some people. Bob explained that it was due to a medical condition. It didn't bother me that much, but I did take notice to it. Bob also got some slack that he didn't let Carrie speak. Well, Carrie made it known that when she has something to say, she will. That's exactly what she did too. As a matter of fact, she let it be known that she will not be silenced. I found Carrie to be quite an adorable young lady. She's just a tiny little thing, but yeah, very nice lady. I enjoyed the couple. At first she didn't say much, but as time passed, she did gain her voice. And at times she even shushed Bob and said, "I'm not finished yet." But yeah, she did gain her voice.
Yeah. So I want to clear the air here. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Bob.
What would you like to say?
Hi, everyone. I'm Carrie. Bob actually would like it if I did talk more. He actually encourages me to talk more. However, there are times I'm not as comfortable in front of the camera as he is. So it's not a matter of him allowing me to do anything like smile. It's just the fact that I'm not comfortable. I'm not as quick-witted as him. So I just go with the flow, and here I am. But that's...
I just go with the flow, and here I am. But yeah, she has come a long way since then. And so, yes, she did find her voice. Very cool stuff, though. So I did go ahead, I subscribed, and I kept watching because I liked their no-nonsense approach. I respected the way they spoke about the lifestyle. You know, they didn't try to sell you anything, and they weren't always blowing sunshine up your ass like most of all the other wheeled wonders here on YouTube do. So, yeah, I liked them at first. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it that way. It's not as if I don't like them now. I do have a different view, though, of the channel. I see them in a different light at the moment. I started seeing, small things at first. They would make mention in several videos that this was just kind of like a thing to do. It was so the kids and family could see where they were and what they were doing.
Now, when we started the channel, for those of you who've been around, know that we didn't start this channel to be the next traveling robber. We didn't do this to be changing lanes all over the place. We're not finding anything along the way. Mm-hmm. We just did this simply because it was funny to us. After watching YouTube just like you, we decided we wanted to make videos, and part of it was just to really have fun with it and show our kids.
Yeah, so they just wanted to show their kids and have fun and all that good stuff. Yeah, they played it off as if subs and views weren't a big deal. They kind of, it's not a big deal. The thing is that there were things popping up constantly on the screen, subscribe and Facebook and Instagram and so on and so forth.
Times doing this. We're uploading these video clips to our kids as well, just to let them know that we're out here doing this. But if you ever get a chance to be down here, well, you get...
So yeah, it was things like that. That's just a little example, again, of, what they were doing. Again, there was that, and then the Facebook would pop up, and then subscribe, and all the things, all of the YouTube-y things, Now, is there anything wrong with promoting all your social media? No, of course not. But if this is just a whatever throwaway gig, why have all this social media presence? Just say you want to grow your shit and be done with it. That's it. It's not a big deal. Then I kind of took notice the one time. I was like, wait a minute, but they're opening it. It was a lot like someone else I watched, and I don't know. You tell me. Leave me a comment. What do you think? I don't know. Is it similar, or is it just me?
Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, well, we're going to give you the rundown of who we are. I am Bob.
I'm Carrie.
And this is Life Redesigned. And in 2022, Carrie and I said to hell with everything. We sold the house, the boats, the cars. We said goodbye to small town politics. We said goodbye to high property taxes. And we went looking for a new way of living outside of a sticks and bricks mentality. And
so there you go. That's that. But this is what it reminded me of. Tell me what you think.
Welcome back to the RV Odd Couple. My name is John.
And I'm Mercedes. And we found freedom, independence, and adventure RVing across the country full-time for 3 years. Now we're building a community that loves God, family, country.
I don't know.
Wonderful.
Maybe it's just a coinky dink. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But I don't know. I kind of found the similarities in it. And if you watch the RV Odd Couple, we found it back in da-da-da-da-da, and they go through the whole spiel. Kind of reminded me. Again, it's probably coincidence, but it's just a little thing that the blind guy sees all. The channel grew fairly quickly and continued to grow. That's a good thing, right? Well, I noticed a lot of changes the bigger the channel got. The first thing I noticed was they made mention quite a bit of their big popular video with over 300,000 views. Now, this may not seem like anything, except, I thought this channel was different because, after all, they ragged on channels like Grateful Glamper and some other ones, and, saying, well, we're not talking bad about anybody, or we're not this, but they did. They snuck it in there. You could hear we're not glamping, and I'm not glamping, and this and that. So there were some other channels that they kind of picked at if you paid attention and listened to them. So, they were kind of going along with the whole flow there. Another claim was that these other channels used clickbait titles and thumbnails. Well, it wasn't too long before they themselves entitled the help of a little bit of clickbait with titles like, RV life destroyed our 28-year marriage, sex in an RV, full-time life can suck. 10 reasons RV life is amazing. Things like that a little bit clickbaity and grab your attention, right? They even went back through and changed a lot of their thumbnails, I noticed anyway. They all now have Carrie with large words like swinger, heartbroken, so many lies, sex sells, they hate us. All those other attention-grabbing, clickbaity, titles and thumbnails. So, yeah. Another thing they were big on was calling out the YouTubers for all the ways they make money. Not only did they mention it here and there in videos, they dedicated an entire video about it. So, what's the big deal, you may ask? You probably guessed it by now, right? They don't just push their other social media, but their Amazon affiliate storefront link as well. That's not all. One of their recent videos was a 9-minute commercial for connecting internet. a few videos before that, they were pushing a fridge. They recently did a how much does it cost video. They did one of those 7 months ago that was very, very different from this one. This also demonstrates the change as the growth occurs. 7 months ago, things were more realistic, in my opinion. This time, they padded the numbers a bit to glamorize or better glamorize, I should say, their lifestyle choice. Not to mention the fact they're already recycling content. See, now, as opposed to before, 7 months ago, now, electricity is free, water's free, heat's free, everything's free. They said they didn't include the price of their 1,000 Trails membership because they made a big down payment on their house, so it cancels it out when you're talking about mortgages and stuff like that. But they also eliminated the cost of the RV because it's paid for in cash. Well, yeah, because you sold your house, so you had a big chunk of money. So it's not, you got to figure these things that it's not free. They talked about having 2 cars before because they had each had to have a car. But yeah, now they have a truck, a giant truck, so they can pull their RV, right? Yeah. And the truck probably costs more than both the cars combined. The 7 month ago video, they did talk about, and they did include the cost of campgrounds and that initial upfront 1,000 Trails, big number. The 2 very different takes on the costs of RVing just 7 months apart. Now, let me be clear. There's nothing wrong with any of this. If you want to play the YouTube game, play the damn game. The problem is when you promote yourself as above all that, as just posting for the kids. If you want to grow your channel and get YouTube famous, just say so. No one cares. That's why people put in the time and effort, right? You want to be rewarded for your time and work, whether you want financial rewards or subs and views, or both. It's all good. It's not a big deal, honestly. Just don't present yourself as above all that and not like the other Wheeled Wonder channels, when, in fact, you are following their lead and doing everything you claim to be so adamantly against. So just do you, boo. Now, I do find all this very fascinating. It's interesting to see how fast growth affects the way people, move on and handle their channel and do things and switch it up. How they go from the humble beginnings and just, it's just a hobby. But, and then they realize, hey, look, people like us. We have 10,000 subscribers. Hey, we're making some AdSense. Hey, we can really do something with this thing. How they flick that switch. I find it very, very fascinating. Now, as stated before, the channel grew pretty quickly, and it does continue to grow. And as far as I'm concerned, I hope it stays on that trajectory. Now, looking at it, maybe at first, it was just a side project, and it was like I said, it was, whatever. Maybe as they saw it take off, they got more serious. And I don't know. Well, Bob, he works remotely, so he has to have the internets and all that good stuff. So maybe Carrie, who just kind of like, not just, but she read comments and answered comments and other stuff, and she did some stuff in the background. But maybe since Bob's working, maybe Carrie dove into the channel side to, hey, while he's working, maybe I'll just take a stab at this and I'll run with it. And what the hell, right? Whatever the case, just say you want to return on your efforts. No one will mind. I know I won't. It's the YouTube game. Play that shit. Get that free shit. Get that money for just saying, I use connected, and then move on. Get that AdSense money. That's what everyone does. You're no different. Just admit it. It's okay. No one will mind. That's what we're here for. Now, speaking of playing the game, you want to grow? Well, yeah. When you're starting and small, it's all roses and sunshine. And nobody knows. Nobody really cares. They start watching. You go, hey, this is pretty cool, right? Well, as you grow, so does the amount of shitty comments. You know, it always amazes me when people are astounded at the amount of nasty, hateful comments they get. Yeah, people are shitty. And yes, the more you put out, the more there is to criticize, right? It's kind of obvious. The more people there are that are watching, the more there are that dislike you and aren't afraid to fucking say so. Now, before you say anything, hold on, back up, time out. I don't dislike the couple or their channel. I just pay attention and give my critique or opinion, if you will. I will stay subscribed and continue to watch. I enjoy their channel. The other thing is that I am not a faceless commenter talking shit from the shadows. I'm here. I'm in your face. Just giving my opinion. And as always, you don't have to agree with it. That's never the point here.
This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.